Hi kids, welcome back to ASF Public School and College Karachi. It's grade 3. I'm your English teacher, Miss Sadaf here. Today kids, we will learn about adverbs and adverbials. By the end of this lesson kids, you will be able to define adverbs and adverbials, identify adverbs and adverbials within a given sentences, recognize types of adverbs and adverbials. Parts of speech. Parts of speech are different types of words we use when we speak and write. There are 8 main parts of speech: nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, preposition, adverbs, conjunctions, interjections. Today, kids, we are going to learn about adverbs. Before learning about adverb, let us first take a quick review of what are verbs. Verb is a word that describes an action. For example, he talks. Here, talks is a verb. She goes to school. Goes is a verb. They went to market. Here, the word went is a verb. Now let us learn what is an adverb. An adverb describes a verb or provides more information about a verb or an action, that how, where, when, in what extent something is done or happens. Adverbs often ends in ly, but there are lots of adverbs that don't end in ly. Let's take some examples to see such adverb that ends in ly or do not end in ly. He ran quickly. Quickly is an adverb. Quick is an adjective. To make an adjective an adverb, we added ly with the word quick. Quickly is an adverb. It describing the action or verb ran, and answer the question how the boy is running. Look at another example. He ran yesterday. Ran, as you know, is a verb, and yesterday is an adverb of time. He ran there. The word there giving us the information about verb, that where did the boy ran. He ran daily. The word daily tells us how often the boy ran. एडवर्ब फेल यानी वर्ब की वजाहत करता है. ये फेल के बारे में मज़ीद मालूमात फराहम करता है कि किस तरह, कहाँ, कब, किस हद तक काम हुआ. Now let us learn the kinds of adverbs. Adverbs of manner, adverbs of time, adverbs of place, adverb of degree. Adverbs of manner. An adverb which tells us how an action is done is called an adverb of manner. They answer the question how is the action performed. Most adverbs of manner are formed by adding ly to the adjective. For example, she walks slowly. Here the word slowly is an adverb which tells us how does she walks. The bird chirped loudly. Loudly tells us how did the bird chirp. Loudly answer the question how the bird chirped. It chirped loudly. Loudly is an adverb of manner. She speaks English well. Well tells us how does she speak. Here we have list of adverbs that describes how something is done. Now these are some adverbs that describes how something is done. Easily, happily, loudly, quickly, quietly, sadly, silently, slowly. Adverb of place. Adverb can also describe where the action takes place, or it gives us information about the verb. Let's see some examples. Midhat is going to school. School is an adverb of place. School answer the question where does the girl go. He plays in the field. Field is a place. It tells us where does the boy play. Some common example of adverb of place are away, everywhere, here, home, inside, near, outside, there. Adverb of time. Adverb can also describe when or how often something happens. It answers the question when or how often something happens. For example, Fudel went to school late yesterday. The word yesterday and late answer the question when and how Fudel went to school. He always gets a good result. Always is an adverb. It answers the question how often he gets good result. My cat sleeps all day. The adverb all day answers the question when does the cat sleep. Here in the list case we have such words that describes when something happens like after, before, early, now, since, soon, today, yesterday. These adverbs answer the question when something happens. Here we have some other words that tells us how often the action occurred. That are always, every day, frequently, never, often, once, seldom, sometimes. Now let us define phrases. A phrase is a group of words that does not make a complete sense by itself. It depends on other words to form a meaningful sentence. For instance, by the table, in the park, for a while, at sunrise, very quickly, in a friendly way. These are such group of words that do not make complete sense on their own, so they are known as phrases. फ्रेज अल्फाज का एक ग्रोह होता है जो खुद से मुकम्मल मायने नहीं रखता बल्कि मायने खेज जुमले की तश्कील के लिए ये दूसरे अल्फाज पर मुनहसर करता है. Now move on to learn adverbials. Adverbials are a group of words that modifies a verb, an adjective or an adverb. Adverbial give us more information about action words or describe the word in a sentence by answering the question like where, when, how often, etc. Adverbials can come anywhere in the sentence. For instance, I kept the luggage. It has no adverb, the sentence is just showing action kept. I kept the luggage here. Here is the adverb of place tells us where I kept the luggage. I kept the luggage right here. Right here is an adverbial or adverb of phrase as it gives us the in more details about the place. एडवर्बियल्स एडवर्बियल्स अल्फाज का वो मजमूआ है जो वर्ब या एडजेक्टिव और एडवर्ब को मॉडिफाई करता है. एडवर्बियल्स हमें वर्ब यानी फ़ेल के बारे में मज़ीद मालूमात देता है या वर्ब की वजाहत इन सवालों का जवाब देते हुए कहाँ, कब, कैसे, क्यों, कितनी बार वगैरह. टाइप्स ऑफ एडवर्बियल फ्रेज. Adverbials are divided into many categories, but now we will look at the most common types of adverbial phrase, which are adverbials of place, adverbials of time, adverbials of manner. Adverbials of place. An adverbial phrase of place tells us where the action takes place. It answers the question where. Take a look at a quick example. The bus goes straight to the stadium. In this sentence, stadium is the adverb of place, whereas straight to the stadium is an adverbial of place, as it states the location in more details. It is telling us the location of an action. Look at the second example. The hawkers are selling fruit along the road. Here in this sentence, along the road is an adverbial of place, as it starts with the preposition along. Thus, this phrase telling us the location of an action. So, it is called an adverbial of place. Remember, adverbial of place answer the question where. Adverbials of time. An adverbial phrase of time tells us when the action takes place. For example, the children left for schools at 7:30. Here the phrase at 7:30 is an adverbial phrase of time, as it telling us about the duration of the action, and duration expressing us the time. Look at another example. Hassan takes coffee in the evening. In this sentence, in the evening is an adverbial of time, as it giving us the information about the duration of the action, and duration is expressing us the time, and answer the question when. Adverbials of manner. An adverbial phrase of manner tells us about the manner or how the action takes place. Move on towards the example. Their dress is stitched by hand. In this sentence, the adverbial phrase by hand tells us about the manner in which the action of stitching took place, and answer the question how. Look at the second example. Mahin slammed the door as she was angry. Here, as she was angry is an adverbial phrase of manner, as it tells us how she slammed the door. She slammed the door in an angry manner. So remember, adverbials of manner answer the question how. Let's revise all the points we have learned in this lesson. Adverb tells us more about verbs. Example, cheerfully, late, upstairs. Mostly we add the letter ly to the adjective to form adverbs. Adverb of manner answer the question how is the action performed. Most adverb of manner are formed by adding ly. Example, happily, kindly. Adverb of time answer the questions when and how frequently is the action performed. Example, now, never, tomorrow, Sunday. Adverb of place answer the question where an action occurred. Example, under, out, in the park. A phrase is a group of words that does not make complete sense by itself. It depends on other words to form a meaningful sentence. Adverb will give us more information about the action word or describe the word in a sentence by answering the question like where, when, how, why, how often. An adverbial phrase of place tells us where the action takes place. An adverbial phrase of manner tells us about the manner or how the action takes place. An adverbial phrase of time tells us when the action takes place. Now that's it for today's lesson. I really hope you have learned adverbs and adverbials. Now you can use it in your writing and speaking skills correctly. Thank you for watching, kids. Happy learning, kids.